Hello everybody. Today we're going to be talking about how to install WordPress 3.0 and turn on multi-site. It's actually pretty easy, but it can be a little tricky until you see how it works. So the first step is to download WordPress 3.0. You just go to wordpress.org, click on this download button, and then click on download right here. That will download the latest version. And as you can see, I've already downloaded the file and I've already unzipped it, and it creates a file, a folder called WordPress. Inside it, you'll find all the files relating to WordPress that you'll need to upload onto your server. And so I've already created a test site at test.webdesigncompany.net. And as you can see, when I go to it right now, test.webdesigncompany.net, there's nothing there, so it has a forbidden access um, look. So, all right, what I'm going to do, step one, upload all the files. All right, now that the WordPress files have uploaded, you need to make sure that you have all the database details ready to go. So what you're going to need is the database name, the username, the password, and the host. And so I've got a database already set up, and I've got all my information gathered. And so let's go set this website up. All right, so I'm going to go to the website, and it is going to come up with the default error message that it has when it doesn't have a wp-config.php file. And that, when I click on this create a configuration file, it will take me to the famous 5-minute install wizard. So let's do that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and click let's continue, and I'm going to copy over a lot of the information from my database configuration file that I had previously set up, well, not set up, but the file that I had copied all my information into. All right, the host goes here, and as you can see, the password is very secret. Do not tell anybody. All right, table prefix. It's a good idea to change this to something else other than WP underscore, because it makes it harder for hackers in case they for some reason want to hack into your site. Okay, so I'm going to change it to WP3test underscore. All right, click submit, and that says, okay, we've got all the information we need. Now let's do the install. All right, so we're going to click on run the install, and now we're almost done. We need to put in a site name, so I'm going to call it WordPress 3 test site. For the username, it's a good idea to not use admin as your main user. So I'm going to go ahead and pick my name, and for password, I'm going to go ahead and put password. I know, so secret. Okay. Email, I'm going to put in my email, and since this is a test site, I do not want it to show up in Google, and then click install WordPress. All right, so we're done with the installation of WordPress, and now we can log in. Password, and now the next step is setting up WordPress multi-site. So the way we do that is we're going to need to copy a piece of code into our wp-config file. So here is this piece of code that we're going to, okay, so there is, I'm going to refresh my server. Okay, so there's a file called wp-config.php that you're going to need to open and edit and put this line of code at the bottom, or yeah, I'm going to put it at the bottom. And now I'm going to save it, and it uploads to the server again. And now you'll notice under tools there's a network option. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And now we've got this a couple of options that we can pick to get our network started. So it gives you the option of whether you want to use a subdomain or subdirectory. In this case, I'm going to go ahead with subdirectory, and then you need to give your network a name. All right, and then admin user, you can pick whoever is going to be the admin user for everybody. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit install. And now we just need to follow instructions, but I'm going to do it in reverse order. first step, I'm going to go ahead and go to number 3 and copy this to the htaccess file. Now you'll notice that there is no htaccess file when you install the WordPress system by default. So the way it is easiest to create it, if your server allows for the WordPress installation to actually create it by itself, is to click on permalinks. I'm going to go ahead and open it in a new tab, and I'm going to go ahead and customize my permalink. I'm going to change it to this to keep it really simple. All right, hit save, and now if I go back to WordPress and I hit refresh, I'll notice that there is a .htaccess file. All right, I'm going to go ahead and replace this with the, let's see, all the information it had told me to replace it with. Where'd it go? Okay, so copied that, and I'm going to paste it here. All right. That's it. So now I hit save. It will upload that file, and we have taken care of number 3. Let's do number 2. Okay, so number 2, you want to pay attention to. Basically, you're going to be copying this piece of code into the wp-config.php file that we already had open earlier, but we're going to be putting it at a very specific spot. It has to go above this line right here, which says, "That's all, stop editing, happy blogging." So we're going to be pasting it right there. Save and upload. Okay. Now that I've got the file uploaded, now we just need to do the last one, which is, or the first step, which is create a directory called blogs.dir. All right, blogs.dir is going to be under the wp-content folder or directory, and you're going to click on new folder, and I'm going to give it that name, and we've finished all the steps. So as you see at the very end, it says once you've completed these steps, your network is enabled and configured, you will have to log on again. So click on this link and it'll ask you to log on again, and Melvin Ram, password, and we are logged in and almost in business. You'll see that you've got a super admin user that has been created. Well, it's actually not a super admin user, it's just the user you used as your admin has been given some additional options that are available to a super user. And all right, so we've got a warning. Okay, the current theme supports featured images. You must enable image uploads on the options page for it to work. Okay, let's do that. I click on the options page and it will take me, and at the bottom I've got a few different options that will allow my users to be able to upload images, music, and video. And I can also enable them to utilize plugins that I've installed. So I'm going to click on Save Changes, and that is it. Now we can actually go in and create users. We can create additional sites, and actually that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to create a new site. I'm going to click on Sites, and we've got the option to create it right here. I'm going to call it WP Dev for WP development. So WordPress development. I'm going to give it my email as the admin, and I click Add Site. All right, so the site has been created. We can visit it. Let's see. Yep, and WordPress development, it is the 2010 theme. That is the default theme, and we can also log in by clicking on Backend, and that will take us directly into the admin panel for that specific site. We can go back to the main site by again clicking on Sites and then clicking on Backend, and that'll take us to the WordPress 3 test site which we originally created. So that is it. Hopefully you learned something, and this will help make it easier to set up a WordPress 3.0 and multi-site.